Hey everybody, Uncle Buck here. Hey, thanks for tuning in. So today is the day taking the transmission out. It's a turbo 350 behind a 350 in the 72 GMC. So it's blown, not sure, something bad inside. We knew that going in, part of the negotiations buying it. So let's take a look at how I get this out. I like to do a checklist. At this point I just do it mentally, but I'll show you the checklist of stuff that is vital to do, disconnect, and steps to do that are really important so you don't end up damaging anything else and spending more money. And then I will be working on other stuff as the transmission's out for rebuild. Thanks for watching. Like and so first step after jacking and blocking the vehicle so it can't go anywhere is I get the drive shaft out. So I just take those two saddle caps, get the universal out, and in this case I have a carrier in the middle, and then slide the forward drive shaft out of the transmission and set them down out of the way. And just keep a close eye on those bearings so the bearings don't go everywhere. Here we are on the passenger side. There's another angle of that modular valve where I took the line off. Then you can see the dipstick. Normally I remove that. For some reason it's not coming out, so I'm just gonna lower carefully and get that out. You can see the two threads right there for the cooling lines. Make sure those cooling lines are out, and then just forward of the cooling lines are the kickdown cable. Then of course, got to get the starter disconnected. That's just two 9/16. And then at this point, what I do, so you can see the cross member laying on the deck there. The cross member that goes across is either going to be 4 or 8 bolts, depending on how yours is set up. And then it'll have the 2 bolts that go into the shock mount on the transmission. So now that that's all out, I always like to make sure I keep it supported. Then you get to go through, here's your torque converter to flex plate. Those should be 9/16, and there should be 3 of them unless you got something heavy duty or something custom going on. Should be 3 9/16 bolts. Also another tip, make sure you support that engine. If not, it'll be riding on the mounts, and I haven't seen it happen, but apparently you can break your distributor. That's what everyone tells me. So everything is now disconnected except for the bell housing bolts. So once you have everything disconnected, it's time for the bell housing bolts, which is the spot I'm in. I like to start with the top 2 bell housing mounts. They are also 9/16, just like the starter, like most things are on this truck. Get all your extensions and put them together so you can kind of finagle it up under your floor hump and get on those top 2. Once you get those top 2 out, the other 2 on each side, the 4 remaining bolts, are pretty easy to get to with normal extensions and tools. Here we go, success. This is what it looks like with the transmission out. Get a good look at that flex plate. I'll inspect it for cracks, and a really clear look at the 6 bolts on the bell housing. If you're not familiar with the pattern, you can see the starter and the cooling line. Starter is hanging from a coat hanger over there. You can see the modulator line that goes to the back. And over here, the linkage is disconnected, which is usually just a cotter key and a washer to take that off. So now to rebuild it, and then we'll reinstall it.